we'll keep rolling.
We're still on this. Hey, Randy.
Hey, Captain.
Buddy, how
Happy
are
New
ya?
Year. This is our 2021 picks of the year.
Got a big lump in the back of your head.
That was always there, though.
Oh. Hi there, this is Captain Q and my old sailing buddy Randy. Join us as we travel hither and yon as we look for some great deals on classic boats and learn a little with each one. Hey Randy!
Hey, Captain.
Hey, buddy, how
Happy
are
New
ya?
Year.
Let's Happy New Year to you.
This is our 2021 year in review, our picks of the year.
Exactly. We keep using the word excited, but we're just happy. We're happy to be here alive and well and vertical and together again for another review of our last year's episodes.
Yeah, this one's a little bit harder.
It's a lot harder.
So last year, I think we had about 16 boats that we had
16
reviewed.
boats, yeah, 16.
And now this year we had about...
How many did we review? How many did we pick then? 5 boats each?
I don't remember.
I think it was 5 boats
Five each, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 5 boats each. Yeah, and now this year we have
about another 50 roughly to choose
50
from.
boats, almost 3 times as many boats.
Yeah.
And we still only got 5 to choose from.
And there's a big range. We have some that were from $3,000 to $350,000. So.
Exactly. Yeah. And so it's made it difficult for us because there's a little greedy side of us who would love to have the really expensive stuff.
Of course.
There's the practical side that we'll take something less that maybe we put an effort into.
Right.
Or fits our pocketbook right now.
Yeah.
All right. Are you excited about 2022?
We're going to have more fun. We're going to have some sailing, probably.
And some sailing.
Actually
cool.
be on the water.
And we might have some motor sailors, maybe.
Yep.
And some other things that people have asked for, some smaller one-design boats. And yes, that's right. We're going to try and get on a small one-design boat and show people how much fun you can have on a small boat.
We've gotten a couple of notes from people asking, how do I start sailing? What do I learn? What's the best boat to sail on? And I think our advice is kind of always the same, which is start small, learn the principles, and that always translates.
It's perfect. Yep.
Might be different rigging, might be different controls, but the principles are the same. So.
Yep. And it's all just as much fun, no matter how big a boat you're on, when you watch that water going by. Okay, now Randy, we got to decide who's going to go first. Want to do paper, scissors, rock?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, what are we going to do? 1, 2, 3. Ooh. 1, 2, 3. Ah!
There we go.
I guess I got to go
I'm going to lead us off. My number 5 pick for 2021.
Your number 5 pick for 2021? It's
going to surprise you.
A surprise?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I like this because it's a bit of a value play. I liked the Irwin 41.
The Irwin 41.
Yeah.
I can't argue with that boat. That was really cool. As a matter of fact, a couple of years ago when we tried to charter a boat, we tried to charter an Irwin 41, which wasn't quite ready.
Yep.
And we had to take another one of these new funny-looking boats. But yeah, that's a great choice.
I think part of the charm was that we took the ferry out to Vinyl Haven, which is a beautiful little island. If you get a chance to go there, you should definitely check it out.
Yep.
The boat itself was neat, kind of wide open. Anyway, I thought it was a great value. It was like $35,000.
Oh, very tidy.
So
very
under
tidy.
$1,000 per linear foot is always kind of a magic number.
Had a great master stateroom aft too, didn't she?
Yeah, this is part of my...
And a lot of volume. And you know what I remember about that boat? Is that you fit into the refrigerator.
That's right. That's a good litmus test. If I can fit in the fridge, we know we're going to go way offshore.
Exactly.
All right, so let's hear Captain Q number 5.
Number 5. Well, this is a toughie here. I've gotten highly expressive about a number of these boats, and it's easy to do because I often sit down with these boats and I feel like the kid with a $20 bill walking into a penny candy store, right? Some of the more expensive boats are things that you would think might be at the top of your list, but right now, my number 5 was a fight, a bit of a battle, between a Shannon 43 and my good old buddy Firefly, the Hood yaw, which was so pretty, but trying to stay a little more practical and having just won the lottery, Puffin 42 is number 5 on my list. Number 5.
I would have thought that was going to be higher for you.
No, see, we're
Reasonable.
toying with what's sort of cool to have and what's practical, what's pragmatic, I guess is the thing.
Right.
So that's my number 5. I'm going with the Puffin 42, number 5. Beautiful boat, my God. Yes, please. I got to go get another ticket here shortly. What's your number 4?
My number 4. This might surprise you too. It's a more recent one we just saw.
Oh, a more recent boat.
Hanging around a little shark.
Hanging around a little shark. Yeah. Oh, I do remember.
Pearson 365.
Yes, nice
it's another
boat.
bit of a value play, but I
Yep.
really liked the layout. I liked the galley. I liked the cockpit. It just had a bunch of things. Also, the price point. So I thought, value-wise, boy, you could come away with and have a lot of fun with that boat. And in fact, one of my good friends, Michael, and his dad sailed that boat, sister ship to that boat, for a good 15 years and just had a wonderful time going out sailing and fishing. And
It's a neat boat. I can't argue that at all because one of the things about it is it was small enough, and this is something around the back of my head, that you could manage easily
Yep.
by yourself or with a mate, whatever, just like your friend and his dad,
Yep.
and just have a good time.
have
So
a
the
ball.
size was nice, and she
Yep.
was in good shape. And what's the other thing we like? What did she have?
oh yeah, 2-mast, of course.
Two
Yeah,
masts,
yeah, yeah,
right?
Yeah.
That was 2 masts.
All right, you're number 4.
Well, great minds kind of think almost alike.
What do we got?
I'm going up just a little bigger on the Pearson line. I'm going to the 424.
Oh yeah,
A lot of things I liked about the 424. First of all, she looks kind of pretty. Some of the shots of her underway in the water. She has a very nice sheer line. She does have the cutoff transom.
Yeah, it's
lacking that.
not your style, really.
Not
but,
the
yeah.
old long counter, but it seems to work. Really comfortable cockpit. She's got 2 masts.
Yep.
And she also has 2 companionways. Now, why do I like that? I like that because you have an owner's cabin aft in the boat, but in front of the aft cockpit. So, not unlike the PB in some ways,
Yep.
you can come out of the cockpit down into the aft cabin, giant king-size bed, really comfy, and a nav station or makeup station, whatever you need at the time, on the other side.
might need makeup.
And a head.
Yep.
got this right here. But I think that's a really cool boat, and the price is the price was certainly a lot more manageable than the Shannon or the Puffin. But certainly I wouldn't have to win the whole Powerball for that, would I?
Right.
So Randy, number 3.
My number 3 might surprise you again. This is for what
You surprise me
what I'd
constantly.
like to do with the boat, which is this is kind of around what I'd like to do with the boat, which is to go, kind of bigger distances, go off and adventure and see some things and bring some people with me.
Okay.
The Gulf Star 50.
Oh, nothing wrong with the Gulf Star
Partly what
50.
drew me is the engine room and the refit work was spectacular. The layout, I didn't love the Dodger. If I bought that boat, I'd probably think about that hard
Maybe
Dodger.
use it for a month or two and then decide.
Probably
whether-
fall in love with it as long as you don't have to look at it. But
That
the
often
interior of the cabin of that just screams, let's go have an adventure.
How about the VIP room on that boat?
Yeah, that's part of it.
Was that the
Yeah,
cool?
yeah.
There was
Super
something
cool.
super cool and comfortable about that, and the way the owner of that boat had done all the work inside the boat. It was a brand new boat, really.
Yeah.
And she was now she was selling for between $100,000 and $200,000, something like that.
$150,000. Yeah.
$150,000.
Yeah.
Now, if you went out and had that boat built today, what do you think that would be?
800.
900 maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe even hit $1 million
Yeah.
to go out and reproduce that boat. So that's why we consider that a good deal. Not that it's just a really cheap boat down at $25,000 or something, but it's a good deal all around. Great choice.
How about your number 3?
My number 3, it won't be a big surprise except for the fact that it only comes with 1 mast.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this was the Alden 44.
Oh, yeah.
Really pretty boat, really tight, nice interior to the boat. She has an aft cockpit and an aft stateroom again, and 2 companionways.
Yep.
She's really sleek. She's raceable. I think they've won their class going to Bermuda.
Oh, wow.
And, she's a centerboarder. So I've gotten used to thinking about centerboard boats right now.
Yeah.
And I think, cruising, that'd be kind of cool. So board up, board down, whether you need it or not.
Yep. The galley was very similar to the PB.
Oh, the galley was pure PB. That was it. You get locked into that galley.
Yeah.
You had room to go forward, aft, through the galley, through the head next to it.
Yeah.
There was only 1 head on the boat, but generally speaking, that's all you really need.
Yep.
So I like that. That's a really solid number 3. A little more money than the Pearson 424.
Yep.
But Yeah, I like that boat a lot.
All right.
Now, Randy, do you have a second choice?
Number 2.
Number 2.
We're getting down there.
Number 2.
Here we go. So this is a little bit pricier than my other value picks.
Yeah.
But we just both were, I think, so in love with all the construction details that are really designed to go offshore and last a long time.
And last a long time. Detail. I don't know.
Shannon 43.
Oh, the Shannon 43.
Yeah, we did a deep dive into the build construction and you just those boats were built to last
solid, rock
50,
solid.
100 years. They're just going to go forever. And
rock solid.
All these little details on how it's built, all the little latches, the little thoughtful design elements, it's so appealing. And yeah, it's premium. This one was what, 270,000? So
something like that.
It's a little bit of a fantasy to think that would be in my budget, but I really
when you sell your car, you can buy that, right?
Yeah, right. And my house
and
my
house. Right.
And the firstborn.
But that would I can't argue that. And that was on my list way down low, possibly. But we've been flooded with really wonderful stuff.
What is your number 2? What do you got?
Well, we went another direction here too. Same company.
Oh, okay.
Same company.
Okay.
We like the construction, as Randy just explained, about the Shannon Boat Works and how they build things. And we got a call to go out to an island in the middle of Casco Bay, Maine.
Yeah, foggy day.
And we went down the world's steepest and tallest stairway going from high up to the dock. There were actually 50 steps to it.
You would give Rocky Balboa a little run for his money.
There on the end of the dock was this wonderful little ocean-going yacht, a Shannon 28. Pretty as a peach sitting there. She had a monitor steering gear on it.
Yep.
She had plenty of room for one person to go single-handing and maybe follow the likes of James Baldwin in his Triton 28 around the world. Not just 2 times, maybe 3 or 4 times. Just a rock-solid little boat.
Yeah.
I really liked that boat a lot. And I could see spending a lot of time on it. The price was not outlandish. What was she? I think
around 40,000.
Around 40,000 for a boat that's rock solid, built by Shannon and
cutter rigged too.
Cutter rigged, yes.
Great for going way offshore.
She had all the equipment you wanted, and you wouldn't have to touch the helm. You set that monitor and just go right wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
So that was my number 2. Should I do my number 1 right now?
We will finish with CQ.
Okay.
My number 1 for the year.
Your number 1 for the year.
The Chesiron.
Oh, yeah.
Aft cabin, gorgeous wood everywhere, hint of France, 2 masts, and a great price point, and in immaculate shape. Engine room is spotless. It had been a live aboard, so well proven to be comfortable. Just everything to love. The lines on it, just a beautiful boat.
Pretty boat. That got a lot of attention from our viewers out there.
Yeah.
And the kind lady who's lived on that boat and after 20 years has decided to sell the boat. I'm afraid you're going to be late. You can't get that boat.
She's already gone.
She went pretty quickly, but your taste is in the right place there. Gorgeous boat. We're not going to see another one of these around on this side of the Atlantic for quite a while.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll have to go to Europe. Your number 1, the Captain Q number 1 for the year.
Well, it's not the biggest.
Okay.
It's not the most expensive. Matter of fact, far from it. But it did have 2 masts.
Okay.
And it was fiberglass. And it was built in Europe, in the Netherlands.
Netherlands, okay. Ooh.
And she was priced really well, under $20,000. Now, I could almost go to the bank and ask them for a loan for that.
Yep.
They'd probably let me buy a used car, but getting this. The boat was in good condition. She's been sailed and used recently, and a couple had her that loved it and took care of it. Sadly, the captain had crossed the bar, as we say.
Yep.
So she was up for sale. We got a chance to look at it, and that was the Contest 36.
Yep.
And really a cool little boat. Center cockpit.
Yep.
She had
That aft cabin was
yawl
pretty
rig.
cool too. Yeah.
It had a little aft cabin, and we saw another aft cabin on the window, remember?
Yeah.
The captain needed the shoehorn to get in or out of that
in the
one.
jaws of life to get you out.
Exactly. And the little aft cabin on this boat was very cozy, not claustrophobic. It was just fine, and I could see being very comfortable in that after cabin.
Yeah. And really manageable.
And manageable size. I mean, it's a one person or a friend. You're going to feel really safe in it. And if at some point I ever decided to take a left-hand turn, I could go to England with total impunity.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
I think you could. I do have a little bit of a bonus.
Oh, you've got a bonus?
A bonus play.
We're only allowed 5 boats.
Well,
here,
I won the rock, paper, scissors, so.
Okay. So tell me, what is the bonus you've decided to discuss with us today?
So my actual favorite boat of the year is the boat that I bought.
Oh, are you ready for this?
Ready for this?
Are you ready?
I bought the Shield 45 from episode 11.
Oh, yeah.
I've been shooting video. I've been trying to edit it. I really have had a hard time finding the time to carve out in my weeks. I'm going to make a promise to show some videos and share some footage. Captain Q has been coaching me on ownership and going through the whole process, but it's so far it's been a very short part of the journey. It's very early. I'm just getting to learn it. It's very idiosyncratic.
I think everybody's going to be really excited about this, and I know a lot of people out there have been guessing.
Yeah.
And we love the guesses.
It's fun, yeah. It's been, so I will make a commitment that within the next 10 days I'll start to release some videos out. I don't know how frequently I can do it. I'm going to hope maybe every 2 weeks or so. I'll give you a little progress update.
He's just made that commitment, but do remember he's also in charge of editing.
Yes. So maybe,
we'll see. This year, we're definitely going to find out more about it.
Yeah, we're going to be on the boat. We'll be sailing it a little bit and learning a lot and fumbling a little bit.
You're doing a great job. You're really, one thing I've noticed about that boat with you, you love the engine room. You've become an engine room nut.
You've got to be, right?
Yeah. It's really cool.
Well, I learned from my Gulf Star friends that that is the way to keep an engine room. That's the ideal. So I think part of the process for me has been looking at all the highlights, like the Firefly. Love the wood stove detail behind the flashing behind the pipe.
Right.
I love the toe over toe on the Choi Lee. I love the Chasiron French country feel. I like the engine room of the Gulf Star.
Well, you've certainly picked up a lot of little tips from all these other boats.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, I have too. I've been surprised at some of the things I've learned and how I've often changed some of my thinking on some of these boats. So these boats, we're just going from A to B. We're going to sail right up this little river here, set the cruise control, and go.
Yeah.
And Otto will steer you there. Your monitor will get you there. And you don't need the other, and you'll have all the stability in the world. So this boat's going to give you some great time.
Yeah. It's very comfortable, very big.
As I recall, we were in Manchester, Massachusetts, making a delivery on the Rande PB, and we pulled out of Manchester, and we had small craft warnings. Of course, it was a lovely time of the night, 2 o'clock in the morning, and the wind was blowing 30, and the seas were lumpy and pounding over the bow. But we motored out and wove our way out of Manchester Harbor and then out to sea and then down the coast of Massachusetts. And the boat couldn't have been more comfortable. Wow.
Yeah, thanks, and Happy New Year to all our viewers. Thank you for all the lovely messages and the notes and the comments and the constructive feedback that we've gotten from you through the past year. It's helped make our show better.
And we do love all the new subscribers that have been coming on board.
Yep.
Since this time last year, the numbers have increased quite a bit, and we love the subscribers.
Yeah, more subscribers means we're going to get recommended to more people, and so that helps spread the love and spread the word about old classic boats and what we're doing. So every little bit helps.
So thanks again. Rande, one last fist. Trying to get away without a fist.
Yeah.